What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be VOD reviewing a viewer from my Discord. If you want your VODs to be reviewed by me for absolutely free, you want me to coach you, join my Discord server down below. It is completely free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. First of all, his name is Moonjuiceman. He is a plat. I don't know if you can see because of my webcam. Let's move my fucking webcam over here. That works. He seems to be kind of hard stuck plat a little bit. Let's look at all of it. Okay, so he didn't actually start playing until Demon Veil, so he's a fucking new player. But still, getting started off on plat is not bad, especially with a 1.0 to 0.8 KD on PC. Not too terrible at all. Maybe he had some console experience, we'll never know. 0.95 KD overall, and he actually did hit Emerald this season, so that's, you know, not bad at all. And then we will just get straight into the VOD review. We're on Chalet, 5v5, he's droning right now, playing Dokkaebi. I like Dokkaebi, especially on Chalet, because people play Valkyrie a lot. Dokkaebi is the direct counter to Valkyrie, and is also very good for this meta. You see they have a Solus?
They have a Solus.
And you immediately run your drone away. That's good game sense. If you don't know, by the way, if Solus is seeing your drone, it's because you're on your drone. So she can only see your drone if you're actually actively using it, but if you get off of it, she can't actually see it. So you could have still had it there and just gotten off the drone and it'd be fine. But if your teammates got on it, then it's an issue, so just driving it out was the smarter move. You know how to quick peek stuff already. Like, it seems like you have some semblance of game sense and mechanical sense, even though you've only been playing for, like, a year. Which is pretty good.
Yo, Ash, I can do it here if you want. Okay, calling.
Okay, you're already with a coordinated stack as well. That's very
Oh,
good.
they've got some weird as army shit going on in library. Nice.
Okay, you see that Mez is clear. I would immediately go get that phone. You're putting a drone on Mez, though, I'd imagine. Yeah. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. You get the phone. That's good. So you're already in a 5v3. What defenders are going to naturally do here is try to aggress and swing you as much as they can to even out the man count. So what I would do is I would chill out. I wouldn't run into him, and I'd sit and drone a bit. I'd use info. I'd slow the roll of the team down. And then once you have all of the pieces in set, you have all the utility opened that you need to have open. You have the wall open, the playable shield gone. Then I would start to aggress a bit more and try to get the bomb down and try to win the round. Your diffuser's outside as well. You have cams. So right now I would get on cams, set up flank cams. This is what you're doing. That's really good.
Is there a mute on here?
There's no one piano.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter if there's a mute on there, right? Because you don't have a hard reach. You have nobody that has hard reaching charges either, so getting the wall open is useless. Right now, you're watching flanks with your body. You have a camera here. There's no reason to risk a gunfight if you have a camera that can watch the flank, right? So there's no reason for you to be watching this flank. If you're going to watch flanks, I would just do it on the cameras like I just said, but you have a teammate that's dead, so your teammate should be watching those cameras. I don't know if you're stacked with him, though, but if you are, then, it, you know, easily just say, hey, watch the cameras. If not, then, you know, you might have to be the one on the other cameras. Your Zophia's running in with zero info. Like I said, this is where you'll need to be getting info, right? It doesn't, like, you're not doing anything right now. Everything you do within the game has to have a purpose, right? You need to be constantly trying to be objective oriented and trying to get an objective done. So a good example right now, if I were in your situation, I'd again be getting info. Once I get info and where the remaining 2 or 3 players are, then I would begin to act on that info, whether that be like getting a deployable shield down because you have a Gone 6, whether it be calling and then using that call to get you and your teammates to push into the site together, whether it be getting the diffuser. Like, just do something. You're not doing anything and you're watching flanks that are already being watched by your 2 dead teammates, and you're essentially just being useless and putting your teammates in a 2v2. So always be doing something and having a purpose and trying to achieve something in the round.
There's a guy in Solo stairs.
That's a better camera. You see that they have a camera here? Now you use it. Okay, good. So you're starting to actually get information. It's a bit late for that, but still good. You see that they have a shield here. You see they have the alibi clone here. This, like, in my mind, immediately when I see this is, okay, there's a guy behind the deployable shield. He's waiting for you to pre-fire this clone, and then he's going to peek you, right? So I wouldn't imagine anyone's in piano. No one's in piano, right? You see a guy on a shield. What I would do, you have a teammate, you have a Yana. I would play with her, and I'd tell her, like, because she's in office right now. I'd tell her, like, hey, I'm about to destroy the shield with my Gone 6. I want you to immediately, like, swing with me as I do this so that you can refrag me, or I can refrag you, and then we can easily win the round. You're pre-firing just to bait to see if he's there. That's good. Now I would get your Gone 6 out and destroy the shield. That was very lucky.
Wait.
You should have destroyed that shield. I don't know why you just ran in. You have a Gone 6. You should have destroyed the shield. But that was very lucky. You got a good shot there. So you heard that they dropped. You can go to fuse.
He's going solar.
Yeah.
You hear that he's going solar. I wouldn't even waste your phone call trying to like get info on where he is, because it seems like your teammates have cameras. So just go plant behind the half wall. Okay, you do that. Cool.
No.
Planting early is better than planting late.
Piano.
Piano hold.
You hear piano, get your gun up. Okay, so you also just heard him say 1 HP, which means, I mean, think about it. Your DMR does a lot of damage, right? So if he's 1 HP, then you know to just aim for the body. The reason you aim for the body is because it's a bigger hitbox than the head. So if you aim for the body with a high damage weapon, like being that it's 1 HP, you're going to one-shot him no matter what if you hit him in the head or in the body. So I would aim for the body right now. I wouldn't be aiming head level. You're crouched aiming body level. That's good. I would wide swing him right now. The reason I'd wide swing him right now is because he just knifed in the air and he's pre-firing, which means he's probably going to swing soon. Which, I was right, he just swung you. So you swinging first is what's winning you this gunfight. And again, you shoot the body, you win the gunfight. So that was good on you. Again, the only thing I'm noticing right now is that you don't have a clear purpose unless somebody tells you what to do. So you need to be kind of, you know, having your own purpose, having your own objective at all times to help your team out instead of just standing around and doing nothing. Let's skip to the next round. I see you're droning basement, it looks like. Let's play it if my internet would like to work. There we go. I'm glad that you're checking windows like that, so you've been spawn peeked at least once or twice, and you know like they can spawn peek you from there. You know where the default cams are too, so you're a well seasoned player. Redrone before you break the window. I like that. Droning all of your corners.
Library seems clear.
I would drone Mez, and I would drone that right corner in library before you try to hop in this window. Why are you throwing another drone in here? Okay, you drone the corners. It's good. Okay. One thing. People like to sit in this fucking box in the corner so that people like you don't drone them. I'm going to replay it for you again. You drone in here. You check the right corner. You go into box. But you don't check the very left corner on the very left side of the store. You don't check that corner. I love sitting in that corner, especially if I reinforce the wall here, because people like you will just drone through and not check the corner here, so make sure you're checking your corners. You see a guy on the head holes, which means they're probably not on Mez. Could be wrong, though. You didn't drone it, so better to check than not to check. You check here. I like this dual drone system you got going on here. You check Mez. No one's Mez. No one's blue. I'd hop in. Now what I do, what I always do is Dokubi, is you drone in the initial side of the map that you're going to push, and then once you do that and you've droned where the general area that the enemies are, then you call once you've taken that space. That way you don't have to keep droning every single room adjacent. So let's see if you do that. You also have people like on the main double door trying to make space and grenade below for the wall, so calling for them to help them roam clear would be very beneficial. You're getting the default cam first though.
One in
blue,
here.
one in blue, one in
directly
blue.
on ping here.
Okay, you have two options. You can either go blue stairs and drop shot this kid with your teammate and coordinate that with your teammate and be like, hey, I'm going to swing this, swing with me. Or you can call and ask him to swing off of the call. What I would do, I would just swing him so you don't have to waste a call because you already have a drone on him. Let's see what you do. Watch out for those headles. You just saw a guy on there. I'm surprised you're not dead. But you do drop. And you try to kill.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Twitch's team killed. That's fine. It's a trade. Whatever. You got cams. Honestly, value trade. Value trade. Fuck your teammate. You got cams. That's good. Now, I would get on the drone and re-drone yourself. Make sure no one's on those head holes. Or pre-fire it. Either of the two. You're getting on your drone. I like it. You see no one's on the head holes. Go up. I would still pre-fire here in case they get on. Okay, now someone's definitely going to swing the double door right here off of your mute player. Like, they're going to coordinate a swing on you. So what I would do, I would either call or I'd get into library and find a different angle. There's no way they're not going to swing you in 3 seconds. It's a 1v3. You have teammates that can watch cams for you. You shouldn't be on cams. That's the second time I've seen you do that. If you're solo queuing, I understand it, right? Because your teammates aren't reliable. You know there's a guy on this double door. He might have swung you there in higher elo for sure. You hear the barbed wire move. He's definitely swinging you right now. Okay, good kill.
Nice.
You know there's still a guy in office that you need to kill. Again, it's that indecision. You always need to be doing something that has a purpose. I would either peek the head holes or peek the wall. You can't be sitting here trying to decide which one to do. Just fucking pick one.
On the door, on the canine door. One going piano.
You hear one piano. Make a decision here, bro. You're just going back and forth. You're not peeking anything. Good kill, good kill. You know the last one's piano. I would go in the breach here. It's a lot safer. Calling is fine. Calling is fine.
Go canine. Oh yes, up at the camp.
Again, dude, it's been 45 seconds and you're still deciding whether to push the breach or whether to push piano. You have to do one or the other. Well, I mean, what I would have done is what you're doing right now is hop in through the window and get the diffuser. But like you're being indecisive, and I guarantee you it's going to lose the round because you're not going to plant on time. So I would go for the kill. You don't have time to plant. You do not have time. You hear him on the left. He just shot you. There's no single way you win this. Yeah, no. It's the indecision again. Like you're just being indecisive. You got to stick with it and pick one. In this game, you got to let your nuts hang, bro. You got to just have the confidence to go in and take the gunfight. You have to. It's a gun skill meta, right? It's a gun skill meta. If you were a confident enough player, if you were Bolo, if you were Spoit, you would have taken the gunfight, right? So that confidence is needed if you want to become a better player. But I mean, other than that, you did pretty well. Again, indecision, and then the indecision also of checking cameras when you know that you have teammates that can't do the cameras for you. You're just kind of unsure of what to do. And it's a confidence issue. It's not that you don't know what you're doing, right? You have the game sense, I can tell. You're just not confident in your own ability to push and win rounds and take gunfights. So you need to build your confidence. That's the number one thing I'm noticing. Let's see what you do here. 1-1 split. They're probably going to go basement because this is plat. They don't have the brain to go into the first floor sites. Let's see what you do. You still have a drone in library, and imagine what you're doing is a top-down clear. You're going to take mez control, and then you're going to go main stairs. For that, though, you do need a lot of flank cameras, or, again, you need to be playing Dokkaebi to get the cameras for the defenders. So you're doing a good strat. I like this. Redroning library. Your team already has the wall open, and it looks like you have an Ashe going down west main stairs. What I would do if you see her running down is just be like, is just call for her. I like this droning. This droning is really, really good. And then now you're putting your cam on the little balcony here. Yup. Standard shit. Good stuff, good stuff. You see you have an Ashe on West Main. She's taking gunfights. I would call for her. I mean, never mind. You know, 5v3. Now what they're going to do, again, they're going to start swinging shit if they have any brain, right? So what you got to do is play passive, get the information. I would get that phone right now. I'd start calling. I'd start droning. Let's see what you do. You check there. Honestly, bro, there's no way there's a guy roaming in a 3v5. There's no way. Just get the cameras. Okay, traded. 4v2. He's going to be on side.
I'm gonna call.
I like you calling here.
Okay, last one kitchen.
Kitchen?
Yeah, the hatch is open.
Oh, kitchen hatch. I see.
This side.
Now what I would do here, you know his kitchen hatch. You know he didn't drop because your Thatcher didn't call it out. So you're literally looking at nothing right now. He's on the kitchen hatch. So what I would do is your Ashe is the only one with the brain. She's the one actually pushing the player right now. Your Thatcher's trying to get diffuser in a sneaky way. So what I would do as you is I would help your Ashe pinch the guy in kitchen, because a 2v1 is a lot more winnable than a 1v1, especially if you're able to call and you're really able to help your Ashe and yourself here and pinpoint his location. That's what I would be doing. You heard him kitchen hatch. You know he's not going to be in sight. What you're doing right now is completely useless. A lot. Let's see, you're on a zombie now. It's 2-1. You go second floor. Let's see the strat here. Let's see this site setup. I want to see how you set up site. A zombie on this site specifically is very good because you can hold library and you can also barricade off the door behind you from the big window. So very powerful here, especially because you can use her as a deployable shield. So you can put one of these zombie barricades on the piano as like a makeshift deployable shield. So I love a zombie on this site. You can also make head holes with your deagle. You should be making the rotates for your team too. Okay, so you should reinforce this wall, put a head hole here, and then reinforce the rightmost wall as well and do the same thing and put head holes here. And then you should be reinforcing the library wall as well. I don't know if you're playing library, but as a zombie you probably should be. He's reinforcing the wrong wall.
Normally I reinforce this.
Yeah, okay. He knows. And then put head holes right here. Just one head hole though, just one.
I'll do this.
Good, and then you put in a zombie on the box. This guy knows!
Yeah, but
he knows! Bro, that's a whole fucking comp strategy right there. Okay, that second zombie barricade though, put it more to the right. I'd put it like maybe
I mean, it's just a question of control.
5 inches more to the right. And then what you do is, once they try to keep clearing these zombie barricades out, you use the remaining 3 to just keep refreshing them. So as a zombie, I would be sitting here the entire round and just playing very, very passively. This, like, the way that you play Mez with this Azami strategy is the equivalent of how you would play Rafters and Clubhouse with the Azami strategy, right? You sit and you play your life and you just don't die and you waste as much time as humanly possible with your utility. You don't peek for fuck all except for that pixel peek, and you just stay alive as long as possible so they can't get the wall open, right? Because you can peek on the left side of this pillar and shoot the ace charges off. So you need to just be wasting as much time as possible. Let's see if you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the actual round when you're taking gunfights. Drone right there, you shot it, that's good. You're shooting the pots because people put drones on there, that's good game sense. So you have some fucking game sense, like you've got comp game sense. There's no way you didn't come from console or something, or like you didn't watch Pro League, or you're not watching YouTubers, there's no way. Okay, your team's in a 4v4. Honestly, this is a good trade. If you're ever on defense and you trade 1-for-1, it's always defender sided. Like you want to be trading on defense, you never want to be trading on attack, because good example right here is Capcan died, but all of Capcan's utility is still alive, but none of the attacker utility that was placed down is alive anymore, because most attackers have to place their utility down in the middle of the round. Like Thermite, if he dies, you're fucked. But Capcan, if he dies, his Capcan traps is still there, and he still has the utility. So you always want to be taking trades on defense. Especially because if you take a 1v1 trade, you're the last 2 players alive, defense wins automatically because no one's there to defuse the bomb. So you know one's pushing blue, you hear one on K9, so they're trying to pinch you out right now. There's no reason to be peeking this. Again, you need to be staying alive as long as possible. You need to learn recoil control as well. You hear that they're in piano, so holding library right now is completely useless because they already have sight control, right? So I would try to rotate back. I get the idea behind this, but all this is doing is hindering you. Because if you at all want to win the gunfight in piano, you need to be able to swing off of your Jaeger. But if you have a shield right here, one, that makes it to where you have to funnel in through half the doorway instead of having all this room to funnel in, and 2, you have this barbed wire that now you're having to come in through that gives the enemies a sound cue. So what I would have done is I would have destroyed the barbed wire, and then I would have just swung him after you told your Jaeger, like, hey, swing off of me in 3, 2, 1, right? Or ask your Jaeger, like, hey, where exactly are they, so you can get a better idea.
I'm relatively safe.
You get the reso, that's good. I don't think anyone is back in sight. It's a 3v3 though, right? At this point, half of the round is gone. There's no reason to go back to Mez. I would just stay in sight and use your remaining barriers to make it a lot harder for them to push you and your teammates on sight, especially with this low HP. Don't tell me you're going back to Mez. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Bro, it's a 2v2. They're in sight. You gotta go back. You gotta go back. Yeah, that's why, bro.
He was in piano doorway.
Gotta work on your gun skill. I noticed with that gun, you can't control recoil. So until you can control the recoil with the suppressor on, I would put the flash hider on. Making the same setup, I assume. Let's hope they actually push library and play into your extend this time. If they're good, they probably won't, but, you know, here's hoping. You can put that higher so that they can't upside down rappel on this window and shoot you anyways. Your teammate gets a kill, that's cool. You're watching blue. Did you hear someone go in games? You did hear someone, I can hear the footsteps. 4v4. Keep playing passive here. You hear their bathroom. No one's library. I would rotate back. You hear piano window. Good pre-fire. It's unlucky you didn't get him. I would get on this window now. I'd get on the display window. Like the hallway window, so that they actually get off piano window and you're safe to walk in. Like, if you could, this window right here. I'd get on this window and start shooting at them a little bit. Like, you don't have to take the gunfight, but just pre-fire to scare them off so that they back up and you can come piano. Or, bro, just like be confident enough to take the gunfight and walk in piano. Again, just lack in confidence. You can also Azami barrier the window if you want to walk in. Okay, 3v4. What you do when you're down on defense is you get aggressive. I would swing the piano kid right now. That's a good Azami barricade. Now swing. Good, okay.
I'm holding piano.
Okay, they could be Messer and they could be on this rotate too, so I would be ADS right now. Because if they're in bathroom, they can rotate anywhere, right? So be ADS. This is fucking risky. What are you doing?
In bedroom.
Okay, I'll be real. I don't know how the fuck you didn't kill that guy. That should have been a kill.
Half health.
Bad game. You immediately just say half health and you call it out though. You don't get mad. That's good.
Hey, on a piano now.
You're on cams and you're giving callouts. It's also amazing. The smoke getting aggressive here is good because he gets the kill like that. He's selling. Oh nice, my god. That's wow. He almost just fucking sold. Like, I am noticing you have the game sense. You just don't have the gun skill. And if you had gun skill, you'd have confidence. And if you had confidence, you'd be better at decision making. So I think if you just got your gun skill up, you would see yourself be able to make decisions a lot more confidently. I like the Azami barricade on the drone hole right here. That's pretty good. You gotta have impacts. He's got it. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, good zombie barricades. There are a ton of them in here. One of them is on the table on the right side. People like to sit behind there. You can give them a zombie barricade. You can also put one right here. You can put one like on the top of the doorway to make a one-way. So this whole strat right here, you can do it on the other desk to the right as well. Just in case you didn't know that. I do like the strat though. This is a good strat. If you're gonna do this, pair it up with a zombie barricade. Like you can put in a zombie barricade on the table in front of it, and if you put it high enough, you can make it to where there's like a pixel of it, so they can't shoot you. But because you have a pixel angle with the hole below, you can shoot them. Just like finding really creative zombies like that is really helpful. I have a bunch of YouTube shorts about like really creative zombie spots for every single map. You should go check those out. Good drone spot there. Good drone spot. You hear them break into trophy? He pre-fired you and they drone you. So they know you're there, motherfucker. Either pre-fire or leave. Don't just sit here. I'm imagining what's going to happen is you're just going to sit here and wait for them to come to you because you're indecisive. What you need to do, again, just be decisive. Pick one or the other. Either take the gunfight or leave. You can't just sit here. Because as a zombie, bro, you got to be anchoring. The reason you anchor is because you got a rechargeable ability. That means the longer you stay alive, the more utility you're going to get out of her. And the people that stay alive the longest are anchorers. So you need to be on site right now. Or you need to be near site, like on Mez or in Raptors, for example. If you're wanting to hold this, this is good, but keep in mind, you're probably going to fucking die because there's a window here, there's a window on your right, there's a soft wall on your left, there's a doorway here, there's a soft wall behind that doorway, there's a doorway to your right. Like, bro, you're fucked.
Top main.
If you want any chance of winning this, you have to take a gunfight.
Man, I'm so...
You got very lucky.
God, bro.
One thing that I do like about you is you do aim head level, and that wins you a lot of gunfights just like that one. So just keep aiming head level. Run back to site. Good. The fact that you're alive is astounding. I would have shot that drone.
Oh.
He's asking you for his zombies. He's doing the one-way blue. Yeah, little one-way. That's good. Cheers. Are y'all on EU servers? I don't know why it's so funny hearing EU people say cheers. I would have zombied like right, like on the lip of the hatch. Jesus Christ, my Steam is going crazy. Let me actually just zoom in. I haven't been zoomed in this whole time. I apologize. Okay, so it's already a 5v3. Again, just sit in sight, play passive. You have no one on cams. You identified that weakness, so you yourself got on cams. That's good. This is a powerful cam to be on. I would have just stayed on there, honestly. 4v2. Now it's a 3v2. Are y'all throwing this? That's gonna destroy the Jaeger. Don't do that. Ah.
Fuck, I didn't want it to break.
Damn. That's why you put in a zombie on the table over there, so he still gets to see a zombie. Okay, what I would have done instead of putting a zombie there, I would have put it on the breach right here. Yes, they can melee it, but if they do, you can have your gun up ready to pre-fire it. And it also makes it to where if they don't melee it, they can only come in through the door, right? They're on the hatch. Okay, you heard them drop the hatch. I would sit here on this angle. This is an off angle. They're not going to expect you to be here. No one saw you on this angle, right? So I would sit here, and I would just wait for them to push you. He's probably not going to push you. He's just going to plant right here. And then you can coordinate with your teammate, like, hey, person on blue, come swing with me. We can both swing the Cali and then pinch the guy that's planting. Let's see what you do. You're pushing him. God, that's a bad idea, bro. That's a bad idea. And then he gets the other kill.
I'm sorry,
NT. Yeah, you just have to learn when to be aggressive. Like, you being aggressive there was terrible, but then in other places you're not being aggressive enough and you're not being decisive enough. So you need to learn where to balance your aggression and where to balance your confidence. Again, main thing, confidence, decisiveness is the main thing that I'm noticing you're kind of lacking right now. Let's see if anything changes in terms of your playstyle. It seems like you're sitting on cams in sight again. That's good.
Easy kill.
Oh, you died. Let's see how you died. I'm sorry, I skipped over that. Damn, you died fucking early. What happened? Okay, 2 minutes into the round, you're on cams. This is good. Your teammate dies immediately. You have 2 barriers that you have yet to put down. I would close a drone hole or make a one-way on main stairs just like you did for blue stairs.
One bottom main stairs. Bottom blue stairs, sorry.
That should be a free kill for your alibi. Okay, yeah, you don't peek that. You had barbed wire that let that Yana know you were coming, right? If you ever have to cross bar, like, he's just gonna hear that. He just heard the barbed wire. That was stupid. If you didn't have barbed wire there, that might have actually been the play because you had cams on him, right? But because of the barbed wire, you did lose the gunfight. So again, learning when to be aggressive and when not to.
Why am I picking up?
At least you're self-aware, like, why am I peeking that, right? You have the ability to learn from your mistakes. That's pretty good. I really hope you win this round. It's max OT. Fuck, it's gonna be a long video. Okay, you're on Dokkaebi, 5v5, 2.5 minutes left in the round. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, their basement, you're getting the wall open, I like that. You're going library again. I love that you go library every round. Library is one of those sides of the map that nobody seems to push, especially in the mid to low elo, but if you were to push it, you just pretty much win every single site, right? So I like that you push that. You identify a weakness in the defense every time, and you take it. That's very, very good. You hear that they're in kitchen. If you hear that they're in kitchen, you know they're not going to be in game. So I would drop and I would call and I would try to roam clear them yourself. I'm going to be honest, as a Dokkaebi player, you drone too much. Dokkaebi, Jackal, and Lion are all 3 operators that use their utility to roam clear. So instead of using drones to roam clear, you have utility and drones that you can use at the same time. So if you're not using your ability and you're just droning, you're essentially a waste of an operator. So what I would do, again, is I would only drone the initial room that you're going to drop in. So I would only drone fireplace if you're droning fireplace, or I would only drone games if you're dropping into games, and then I would call. And that sound cue is essentially you droning the next 5 rooms around you. And if you don't hear a sound, then you know all of those rooms are clear. Same thing with Jackal. If you drone the initial room you go into, and then you go in there and there's no feet there, then you know all of the rooms connected to that room are completely clear. So it's just essentially a faster way to drone, rather than having to drone everything else. So I would have just dropped and called and roam cleared way faster than you droning everything. You know their kitchen. I would get in this hallway, call, and then roam clear him. You know there's a guy in main stairs. I would sit there and call and kill him. Use your calls as a way to get free kills. Your teammate's fucking going in getting kills too. You gotta be calling for him. You have wasted 45 seconds on this kitchen kid. Again, the decisiveness to just go up there, call, and kill him. You gotta have the confidence to take the gunfight. You have a DMR too. You could have opened this wall and really put pressure on him to help out your Yana here. I would play Vert here. You can use your DMR to play Vert. Play Vert on the diffuser. You're calling. That's really good. That wastes a lot of time. Holy shit, you're making Vert. That's good. Now stay on it.
What do you mean?
Right, because you made a very small hole. He's not gonna fucking notice that. I would stay on the Vert. You hear Wine Cellar, he said on your door, which means probably connector. Your Thermite's watching Breach, right? So he's gonna be able to watch to see if he comes main stairs, so there's no reason to hold main stairs, right? I would just play the Vert here. He's blue. He's in a gunfight with your teammate. He's not gonna push your main stairs, and if he does, your teammate's gonna tell you. So again, just hold the Vert. Hold the Vert. I guarantee you, you win this though. I guarantee. If you're gonna make the Vert, get on it, bro. Okay, there we go. You're essentially making it to where the guy on Breach is in a 1v1. If you can play the Vert, you can make it a 2v1. So, like, you should have used the Vert there. Again, you won the round. I can't dog on you too much. Now, max OT. Let's see if you win. Oh my god, you're on Bar. I love that. Bar's a great site. Honestly, if I had to rate, like, which site was the best to worst, the best site would be Kitchen, then Bar, then second floor, then basement. That's probably the reverse opposite of what most people think. But the mid-floor sites are actually the best ones because it's very easy to hold upstairs and extend with Azami and with Mute. So that's what I would do personally. You're on Bar though. On max OT, you're switching it up so they don't like know how to push you because you're not doing the same default shit. That's very, very good. That's a good camera. Sure. Sure. That was good game sense, right? If you had the gun skill, you probably would have gotten an easy kill there. You just don't, unfortunate. Like I said, get your gun skill up. But that was good game sense. Swinging that was the right move. You just unfortunately lost the fight. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if your team wins this round.
Jesus.
You do. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, okay. So, again, number one thing, I would get your gun skill up. That way you're more confident. And then because you're more confident, you'll be clear-headed enough to actually make solid decisions. But again, my second tip is you need to have an objective at all times. You need to be doing something. You can't be standing around not doing anything. So if you ever catch yourself doing that, check yourself and do something, right? So those are my 2 tips is get your gun skill up for confidence and always be doing something with your decisiveness. With that, that's pretty much it for your VOD review. If you're not this guy that I'm coaching and you're somebody else watching this just to get better, you can also get your VOD reviewed for free in my Discord server, link down below in the description. My name's Alka. If you like the video down below. Sub to the channel if you want to get better at the game. Like I said, my name's Alka, and I will see y'all in the next video. Later.